an ID for a game, right? So what? Yeah, you gave a glimpse. Start with a prototype, or what would you do, and who would you hire in your team? Like, who do we need?
So I run a VR consulting agency with a partner, and we hire out different talent. Companies will come to us. They want like a game to market their company, or there's like enterprise level people, and we have kind of generalist developers, and then we have designers, and so usually someone will fall into one of those two categories. And so designers are going to be people who make the 3D models. They can kind of position the scene out, make the scene look nice, and kind of give that level design. And then you have the developers that do most of the mechanics and like the behind the scenes stuff. So how does the game flow? Like, when are things triggered? How does the score work, or that kind of thing. And so having at least one solid developer. And then if your team is mostly design, then I would just say make one really good fun mechanic, and then you can make like a really good story around that. And then that could be a good game. Like, it doesn't have to be super complex. Lots of different things going on. Like, there's lots of really good games out there that are really just like primarily storytelling games, and you just kind of walk around and click on things, but it like has a really good story. Like, if like Firewatch, I think, is like a super good story game, but it's just very simple. Like, there's not much you do. You just walk around, you click things, and like that's the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah, and even without story, like Super Hot, for example, and I've really love the game. How well, I don't know from a programming perspective if it's complex, but
that one's you have a shooting mechanic, and then like you can punch and you can throw things, and then you have time involved. But it's mainly a story game, like very easy mechanics.
Yeah, but super fun. I was playing another game the other day, and like 15 minutes in, it was like a world, more of a bigger world than you remember the name. And after 15 minutes, I was so bored. I was stuck in the same place trying to walk around, but it just didn't grab me. And like Super Hot and stuff, where you start directly, and it's really really simple. It can be a lot more fun sometimes. And when hiring developers, what are typical mistakes developers are making? Are there certain things that you say like, these things I would definitely pay attention to when hiring a developer?
Honestly, you just kind of let them make something for you. Like, you just have like an idea and like see how well they approach it. And even if it's something that's a little more complicated than they're used to or they're able to do, like being able to watch them troubleshoot issues is kind of the main way. I'm of the mind where it's like hire fast, fire fast. So like, I don't want to like take forever to hire someone. I'll like give them an interview and like see if they're good. A lot of the people we've hired have actually just been people from my Discord, and then now people coming through the course of like who've been showing off their work and active in the community, and I'll reach out to them and be like, hey, I've seen your stuff, like you looked pretty interesting. Usually if the developer has a portfolio, that's like one of the best indicators of like and especially if it's a portfolio of stuff that like includes the mechanics you're looking for. So if you're like trying to make a Super Hot looking game, if they've done like a recreation of Super Hot, and they have like a portfolio of like itch.io games of like game jams they've participated in, then like that's a good way to like find a pretty decent developer. And then I just hire them fast, like do an interview, hire them, and then if they don't work out in like a couple weeks, then we're just like, all right, well, this isn't really working out, so move on to someone else. Like,
would you work on a freelance base with them, or try to find somebody to get them in house, or do you like get them first freelance to build something and then take it from
we
there?
Usually do. We'll always start with contract work. So it's just like an hourly kind of thing. I'll like give you a project, you have 2 weeks, and then whether you get another project or not is based on how that one goes, kind of thing. So usually it's contract work, and like I'll still hire you 40 hours it like if I want to, or if that like meets the schedule or whatever. Sometimes it's 20 hours a week or something. And then like if you don't have enough capital to like, just have someone go full blast, or even if you don't have enough work for them to do like a full 40 hours a week,
Yeah.
you can hire people for 10, 20 hours a week. And then, if it works, then we're working on hiring a couple of at least one developer, one designer that have been working for us for a couple months, pretty consistently and well. And like, we're just working on getting them full time now.